line of work are you in?
Waste management consultant.
Broken, the boat's coming through.
I'll give you a fucking bone, you prick! Where's my fucking money?
I don't think you can smoke.
Who's gonna complain? Huh? Him?
I don't give a shit what he says.
What happens I decide, not you?
This is overdue.
I'm in the waste management business. Everybody immediately assumes you're mobbed up. It's a stereotype, and it's offensive.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Josh with American AF Dumpster Rentals in Dallas. What's up? Happy New Year. It is 2025, as promised. Hold on, let me put these headphones on. David really wanted me to wear these today. I think I look goofy, but I got to make sure my voice is coming over okay. This is David. David, this is for you. I don't really like these big old, I feel like the kid from, what's that movie from a long time ago? Something About Mary. But I'll wear them for now. But what's going on? Happy New Year, everybody. Let me see if I can look at the comments. So I have not tested this software out since last year when it was giving me problems. So I'm trying to find the comments. Let's figure out if we can do this. I never found out what happened at the end of last year, why I was having such big issues with the software. But if you guys can hear me okay, let me know. If you guys think this is stupid, let me know. If you guys, if it starts messing up, let me know, because while I can see myself, I can't really see what you guys can see. So what's going on? It is Wednesday. Golly. Yeah. Hope everybody's year is going on really good. Business is good so far around here. It hasn't been very, very busy, but I believe it's been busier than last year. It's been enough to keep at least one truck and one driver busy. So usually that's Daniel. As you can see, we uploaded a video of him today. So you guys can check that out when you get a chance. Mr. Rising Star here. Love Daniel. But yeah, man. So it's been pretty good. We've had a one big contract or one big job that's been keeping us busy for a while, which is good. Another contractor who's been keeping us busy, and then a lot of just little odds and ends. But we have a major winter storm, a Texas winter storm, which, it's not as bad as y'all's up north, and it's definitely not bad as what's going on in California. But when it gets cold around here, things tend to shut down. So they already shut down in anticipation for tomorrow. I know Dallas School District or Dallas ISD, all of Dallas schools shut down. I believe Red Oak and Waxahachie shut down. My son's school, his school is still good, or they're still going to be open as of until 9:30 tonight. But we'll see how it stays. Yeah, I don't know. After 9:30 tonight, they're supposed to have a meeting, and then they're going to get together and vote or talk about whether they're going to even open up tomorrow. So lots of schools are already closing in anticipation. So around here, again, when it gets icy, they don't salt. They don't. They use brine, this like liquid brine on the streets, and it's only mainly the main highways, the freeways, the overpasses, and then I remember, I forget what year it was, probably like 2012 or 13. I know the Super Bowl was here in town. So the Green Bay Packers, that's the only reason I remember. Green Bay Packers were here playing at the Cowboy Stadium at the Super Bowl. And we had a big snowstorm. And the geniuses that are in charge decided to put a bunch of sand down. So instead of salt, they put sand trucks. And it was really windy. So it ended up being like a freaking Sahara Desert dust storm all over the place. Couldn't see a damn thing. And then on top of that, you had to deal with the ice and the snow on the streets. It was just a freaking nightmare. And then like 3 years ago, we had Ice Mageddon, I think it was called, or whatever, where everything shut down for like a week, almost 3-4 days. Maybe not a week almost. I guess that's exaggerating. But like 3 or 4 days, like literally everything was shut down because there was an inch of ice over everything. And that's when a huge like 100 car pileup happened in Fort Worth. A lot of people passed away. So just crazy. how how unprepared we are in Texas for the cold, and it happens every year. So that same ice that year where everything iced over, my pipes at my shop, I mean, every single one of them burst. My brother-in-law was visiting from Wisconsin, so they were old copper pipes. So he and I, mainly him, went to the store, got some shark bites, and temporarily fixed all the pipes. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So even here in my new shop, we just got one night of cold weather the other day, and my pipes ended up freezing outside, so had to get those fixed. Crazy. Speaking of my brother-in-law, there, Albert Garcia. That is my brother-in-law from Wisconsin. What's up, bro? Yo, yo, yo. What's up, homie? What's going on? Where'd my comments go? Boy, oh boy, feels like it's a whole new year. Same old shit, new year though. Losing my comments and everything. Dylan, what's going on? We saw Dylan today at the at our monthly luncheon. Today I was actually late. I'd hate being late anywhere, but I had a potential buyer come in to buy that little skid steer, the little Chinese skid steer that I bought at auction, and I could not miss the opportunity to sell that. Although he didn't buy, unfortunately, but he was a window shopper. But we'll see. Drew Sova, what's up, brother? How are you, man? You looking like you're cold. Looks like you got a little hoodie on and everything, bro. What's up? What's going on, Drew? Appreciate you being here, man. Yo, 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 Daniel Vega himself in the house. Daniel, you and I are gonna have to do a dual live stream probably next month or next week or something like that. Next week, or following up week. One of these days you want to hang out and stay on Wednesdays. We can do like a two person live stream and just kind of just chit chat, man. It'd be kind of cool. Ryan, local waste out of South Florida. What's up, man? We were talking just yesterday about getting a little mini dump. What was it? A little dump trailer. There was a badass little hook lift trailer somebody posted on the Facebook page, Dumpster Rentals 101. If you're not on there, but they posted this little. It was like this little mini hook lift, and it was like to pull on your like 0-turn tractor or whatever, and it was pretty cool. And we were talking about serving beers at the next Lone Star Dumpster Showcase or the next showcase. Guys, I need some advice. I need some suggestions. It is not going to be called the Lone Star Dumpster Showcase anymore. I think we need to change that. That, number one, is way too hard to say, hard to for people to, it doesn't just come rolling off their tongue very easily. I think I've talked about this before. We need a new name. And yeah. So let's get it. Let's vote on a new name, and just here in the live stream, doesn't have to be tonight, but you guys in the live stream, you guys are the watching, you guys are the ones that are in charge to name the new showcase, and whoever we pick, I don't know, you guys can say what you want, but whoever picks a new name, not money, of course, because there's no money to be made, but maybe a free beer, free case of beer, or I don't know, free American AF hat. I got some ones on order too. Should be pretty cool. Anyways, we need a new name. Can't be Dumpster Con or something that I would love Dumpster Con, but that's already been thought of before. Yo, 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 Dumpstar, what's up, man? A great new year. So far, it has been good. It has been great. Man, 2024 was pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love 2020. We had a great year in business. And thank God, family was healthy for the most. My wife had a couple surgeries, but healthy, successful, or good surgeries, so no issues there. My dad, my family. So I just pray 2025 is as good or better. That's all I ask. As good or better. I don't need it to be above and beyond. I would love it to be above and beyond. Don't get me wrong, but just want us all to be healthy. My parents and my family, of course, and I want business to stay good. This way, going up is always good. Guys, the setup is badass. I put the table here yesterday. I think it was yesterday, the day before. We put the table here. We were kind of messing around with different types of videos. Again, nobody mentioned anything about these little headphones, so hopefully I don't look like the kid from Something About Mary too much. But I haven't seen anybody mention it yet. Dumpy Dumpsters, what's up, brother? Love the passion and all the work you put into your videos. Man, dude, thank you so much, bro. I really do. I really appreciate that. I don't even know why I just love doing it. I enjoy it. I hated doing the editing, so thank God I've got somebody that does editing for me now. It's getting a little warm in here. Got these little we don't have heat in the shop. So I got these little heaters, these little oil heaters from Home Depot. And for the most part, they haven't cut it very much because it's been really cold. But in here, I'm a little hot. And it's getting cold outside, guys. I'm not kidding. What's the temperature at? Oh, it's only 35. So that's not bad. Low is going to be at 28, but I believe tomorrow it's going to be like a low like 22 or 21, something like that. So WC Dumpster Rentals, what's up, man? Happy New Year. Hey, everyone. Happy New Year. What's going on, man? Roberto Quintana, what's going on? You're a little late, man. You're a little late. It's all good, man. It's all good, brother. Appreciate you being here, man. Better late than never. We got 2 likes, y'all. We got like 20-something people in here, but we got 2 likes. So come on, hit that thumbs up. We need more people to be in here and to hang out with us. We need a party. I need a drink. Oh, I left it way over there. Golly. Guess I won't be having a drink. Josh, single axle 10s and to 20s or tandem doing 30s. Well, that's 2 different animals, guys. Invest Media, what's up, brother? That's 2 different animals. When you're talking about 10s and 20s, you're talking, I know some guys are going to argue with me or something, but for the most part, you're talking about residential stuff, right? 10s and 20s are definitely going to be more of your residential. Your 30s are likely going to be your contractors. Yes, you're going to have some contractors that want a 20 or 10s, and you're going to have some contractors that want, or some residential people that want 30s. I get it. But for the most part, in my opinion, in my experience, 10s and 20s are residential and 30s are going to be tandem or contractors. So, contractors are steadier work, higher ROI, less cost of acquisition, meaning a contractor will give you work usually over and over and over again. So once you paid to acquire that contractor, whether it was ads or somehow you advertise, there's going to be some sort of cost of acquisition to all your customers if you're tracking it properly, right? So your cost of acquisition, so how much it costs you personally to garner or get that customer, is going to be lower because you're going to average it out over the lifespan of the customer, and hopefully a contractor will give you business for years, even months. Sometimes in a matter of a month, one contractor can give you a ton of work. So, and then obviously your residential stuff, your 10s and 20s, that's a lot higher cost of acquisition because most of those are one-timers. I hope I'm making sense. So make sure you guys hit that like button or comment and if I'm making sense here. But residential customers, you're usually fighting for that one residential customer one time. Maybe two. Odds are usually maybe it's 50-50 that a residential customer will get 2 dumpsters. But usually not more than that, right? Unless they're doing a construction project or something. So so your cost of acquisition is higher. Your return on your investment, your return on your is going to be lower. And you've constantly got to feed the beast. You've constantly got to keep pushing that advertising, You can run a really good business with 10, 20, 35. I don't mean 35, but 30 or even 5, as little as 5 dumpsters with a contractor that's using you constantly, just turning and burning. When you get one of those, hold on to them. When you get two of them, thank your lucky stars, hold on to them again. And hopefully it just keeps compounding over time, right? Just keeps on and on and on. Next thing you know, you have a Rolodex full of contractors who use you religiously, regularly. If you keep them happy, 9 times out of 10, they're going to keep giving you business. It's a lot more expensive to get into the tandem game. It's a lot more expensive to get into 30s and 40s. It's going to cost you a lot more in vehicle maintenance. You got to get your CDL, your DOT. You got to deal with all that. It's a lot more money though. So you've got to weigh the goods with the bads. You just gotta. That's on you. I can't tell you one way or the other. I just kind of gave you a high level view of what I think of those two different scenarios. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll probably say it another time or several more times. That I feel that I am running two separate businesses almost. I feel that the 15 and 20 and even the 25s, even though I don't want those anymore, but my 15s and 20s, basically my Mack truck is almost like one business and my tandem truck is like another, because, these dumpsters work with this truck and these dumpsters work with that truck, but some of them are interchangeable, but for the most part, they're not. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. Would I do it any different? No. I think I gained a lot of experience. I gained a lot of experience doing the 15s and 20s, mainly in the residential, and then really got me to where I want to go in the commercial or in the bigger trucks. And I feel like, as I grow this business, I'll probably going to be growing the bigger stuff more and more. It's also a lot less. I won't say a lot less competition, because you have all the big boys that you're competing with, but it's a lot less of the small guy competition, the guys that are running dump trailers and the roll-off trailers. Let me know if you guys agree with me. Good question, though. Robert, I already said what's up, man. What's up? Hi. What's up, brother? I think you said you're late and just said hi, everybody. What's going on? Dylan, our school's called off tomorrow around 3 today. Dang. Daniel says, sounds good. He loves his camera time. Yes, sir. You sure do. It's all good. We all do. It's all good. It's fun to be out here just kind of, I don't know, doing what we do. I mean, just making a lot of friends is all it is. I mean, even at today's lunch, like, people talk to Daniel like they've known him for years, and it's just pretty cool to see. VPS, what's up, Josh? Same here in Georgia. We don't know how to handle ice and snow. Bro, none of the southern states really do. But I've never seen a state as bad as Texas. I don't know. I also never lived in Georgia, so I believe you. But goodness gracious, these southern states, man. Wisconsin, it could snow in Wisconsin like 2 feet, and by 8 o'clock the next morning, it's gone. Like the main streets, especially the main streets, nice and dry, shoveled. I mean, you've got mountain high little hills of snow on the sides, but for the most part, the streets are nice and dry. Very rarely do they have a snow day. It's crazy. But they also have rusty cars. Yo, in-laws, what's up, man? Happy New Year from way down here in Houston. You're not that far, brother. You're not that far. Come up and pay a visit one of these days, man. Taylor, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Winner gets Texas Twinkies. Oh, bro. My God. I haven't had them since that day. So I got to go back. It's been a while. I would love me some right now. Hello from the snowy north. Trucks have been parked since Friday with the snowstorms rolling through, making money with snow removal. Did you guys see? That's kind of badass. So, I mean, that's pretty good to make money with snow plows. I would definitely probably do that if I still lived up north. When I lived in Wisconsin, I never ran a snow plow. I never even had a real truck. Literally, when we decided to move down to Texas, right before I told my wife, I said, I need to get a truck. I mean, I had cars. I had a security company, so I mainly had like a security car, and then I had a Tahoe, Suburban. I had a Camaro when my wife and I first met, but I never had a truck. So right before we moved down to Texas, I looked at my wife and said, we're going to Texas, honey. We need a truck. So went to the dealership and bought a brand new F-250, 2007 F-250 diesel. So I thought that was kind of cool. I thought I was badass driving down here. I bought this long 2-car hauler, and I moved my mom and dad's 2 cars down here. And then I went back up there, moved our cars down here with my motorcycle on the car hauler. I was like, I was having fun. That truck was kind of badass. Yo, Daniel the Dumpster Helper. What is going on, man? With a smiley face, tractor blowing smoke emoji. What's up, brother? What's up, Daniel? Dylan, just call it Texas Trash. No, Texas Trash. I didn't even want to put the trashy party or something like that I put in the thumbnail today. I was like, trashy. I hope nobody gets offended. If you guys get offended, you're on the wrong channel. Sorry. Like, I mean, Damn, it's hot. I'm gonna turn that off. Phew. I'm starting to sway. Back row bound. What's up, man? Dumpster Holics Anonymous. That's actually a pretty good one. That's not bad. But talking about like hard, try spelling out dumpsterholicsanonymous.com to get to a page. People, I would screw that up like crazy. So that probably won't work. It's got to be something simple and easy. Where is the next event going to be? Same location. So we haven't planned anything out for sure. But I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be the same place. Yeah, I think keeping it the same at Keystone. I'm hot. Keeping it at Keystone, maybe doing a night party there. Some of the guys mentioned that after the last one. I think would be pretty cool. I don't plan on like moving it to different places, but you never know. Like I don't know. I think last year even one of the Keystone guys may have even mentioned there's a place down the street that is covered or closed that we could probably get. So we'll see. I don't know. I also kind of plan on hopefully bringing somebody else in that can manage it for me a lot more than I can, because that's not my job. I'm not an event planner. I never have been. Like I said it before, I don't even plan my own kids' birthday parties, let alone a big event like this. So and then the next thing we got to decide too is, okay, we need help with a name, and we need help with what was I gonna say? We need help with a name, and we need help with. Jeez, I completely. Oh, what day it's going to be. So normally the last 2 years we've done it on Veterans Day because Veterans Day fell on either a weekend or this last time was, I believe it was on Monday. I think we did a Sunday and Monday, or did we do a Friday and Saturday? I already forgot. You guys can probably remind me. But now the question is going to be like, when should we do it? Because Veterans Day falls on a Tuesday. So probably either the weekend before, the weekend after, or I don't know, during the week. I'm not sure. So let's talk about it. Let me know what you guys think. Taylor says, interested in more info on ICANNs. Kind of intriguing. So ICANNs. Let's talk about it, man. I'm excited. I have been talking with this guy, Ricardo, for... he's out of Florida. He owns a dumpster company there, about 600 cans, give or take, or more. He has like 13 different locations in Florida, and he is the founder. He's the one that created iCans. We got in touch with each other, or I don't remember how it was, but somebody reached out. I believe he reached out, obviously, because I didn't know who he was. To talk to me about it. Now, I get that a lot. There's been a lot of different softwares that have reached out to me, and I was really interested in what he had to say. Some of the features that this thing is going to have down the road, and I'm not one to sell anybody or to even talk to anybody about things that are not currently in place, right? Not now. So to say this is what's going to be, well, if it's not now, then what does it matter? Why are we talking about it? But some of the things that it takes money and it takes time to do some of those features, and some of the things that software is going to have, it blew me away. So I got on board, and with to be honest with you, with Jeremy leaving DRS, and with just issues that I've seen with DRS, not talking bad about them at all. DRS is a great platform. So is Docket. I just highly recommend for everybody to do their own research and try all three of them, or 4 or 5. Or there's other ones too. I've never tried Curb Waste, so I'm not one to talk about Curb Waste. There's another one called Waste. There's another one called Workies. I think that's more for junk removal guys. But I'm not one to knock any software because they all have their cool things. I left Docket a long time ago because Docket didn't have features that I really wanted. And then after I left, they all of a sudden they blew up and they got all kinds of features and they got big. And I didn't go back to them because I was already with DRS. So, but Docket is now a major contender and a great software too. So, you guys do your own research. I'm not here to sway anybody one way or the other. I just know that this is a new software. I'm beta testing it myself, just like everybody else. I turned on my credit card processor just today, so I believe by tomorrow I will be 100% possibly live, being able to take an entire book or charge a credit card and all that stuff through there and dispatch the driver. And then So I'm beta testing it just like everybody else, but I'm along for the ride because I see potential in this software between the broker platform. DRS does not have a customer portal that I know that a lot of guys have been asking for a while. I believe Docket does, but I haven't had a customer portal ever for my business, and to be able to give a contractor access to their customer portal and say, here, go ahead and book your swap out, book a, request your pickup right from the customer portal, so they don't have to call, take up, our time on the phones, and B, it just makes it a lot more convenient for them. I have several contractors that I feel more than comfortable giving them the link, saying, here you go. Just, if you like to use it, great. If not, we're still here for you. Give us a call. We would love to talk to you either way. But to be able to have that option is badass. So anyways, this live was not like a sales pitch at all. I'm only answering because Taylor asked, but if you guys want to know more, go ahead and ask in the comments. Otherwise, we'll just keep on moving along. I got this badass little stream deck. This thing's pretty cool, guys. I mean, we're really up in the game here mainly because I was made fun of by Thibodeau and Daniel. Daniel just made fun of me yesterday on his live because he knows I always mess up. But no, it's not made fun. It's definitely hopefully laughing with me. But this little stream deck, guys, I can literally control everything from a push of a button. So I can literally just do how childish is that? But it's fucking cool. I don't care. Excuse my French. Sorry. I can do like little features. I can go next. I can go next screen. I can do all kinds of stuff without having to mess with this. I wonder if there's a little comment button here. I don't know what it does. So we're gonna test this together. Nope, it doesn't do anything. So, anyways, moving on. Sorry. Ryan, we need a tent next year. Yes, I'll pay extra. All right, man. That's definitely the thought. Yeah, I think we toasted the last 2 years. And that's why I think one of the Keystone guys, I think it was one of the Keystone guys, maybe it was one of the vendors, the local vendors, but he said that there's a local place nearby that's covered. I think it's like a rodeo that they know that we can get access to. So possibly doing it at the rodeo next. I don't know. We'll see. Everything costs money though. And that's another thing I want to talk about. I kind of feel like I didn't get my money's worth. I think Mike McAllowitz was freaking awesome. Don't get me wrong. I think he was great for me, for my business. I think having them was incredible. I think the cost was fair, even though it was expensive. Don't get me wrong. It was really, really expensive. But a lot of the guys left. They came the first day, maybe part of the second day. They got what they needed and they didn't see the value. So maybe it wasn't the right speaker for the group. Maybe it was the wrong time. Maybe end of second day. I kind of did it to close out the show, like a big, bang to close out the show. And a lot of guys left. So there was probably 50 or 60 people left, listening to him speak when, I think at one point we had 250 to 300 or plus. I know at one point, on day one, the guy who was counting cars literally told us that it was over 300. But a lot of people came, they saw the vendors. They didn't stay the entire day, obviously, and they just left. So I think at the peak on day one was the busiest, and then it just kind of started dying down. Day two, man, I got there at like a half hour before. I was running late before it started, and I was literally the only one outside. It was crazy how dead it was. I think everybody was still hungover partly because of you, Ryan, hungover from the night before, partying too much. And everybody kind of came a little later, even at a 10 o'clock start time, people came a little bit later, it was cool. It was good to see. I mean, even the vendors didn't show up until a little bit later. So it was kind of funny. So I don't know. It's hard to, again, I'm new to this. I'm not experiencing this kind of stuff. So I'm depending on your guys' feedback, suggestions, and then hopefully bringing in somebody who can help me. Dumpsters to You. What's up, brother? How are you, man? Appreciate you being here. Dumpsters to You, LLC. Todd Watson, Mr. OG himself. What's up, man? I see you all the time. I appreciate you always being here, man. Supporting the page, supporting the channel, brother. I appreciate you, man. Always saying what's up. I hope everyone is doing well and staying busy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you guys see the the crazy graphic over the entire U.S. of this winter storm that's affecting everybody, how it was shaped. It was kind of funny. Again, kind of childish. Sorry, guys. Yo, Dustin Hunt, what's up, man? Little Big Dump in the house. Still running cans tonight, trying to beat the blizzard. Heck yeah, man. Oh, man. Let me see if I can pull up his picture he sent in the group chat a little while ago. This guy's got it looking good. Dustin was the guy, I believe, yeah, he had his Texas can. I don't know if you guys can see. Let's go. Oh, no, the camera's way over there. Never mind. Dustin was the guy, I was showing my computer thinking like I was still using the computer camera. Dustin was the guy that had the Texas flag dumpster at the Lone Star Dumpster Showcase. A little big dump. Been on the channel before a long time ago when I was stuck in the mud and he pulled me out with a truck and a trailer before he got his big old tandem truck. So really good dude. He does a lot of demo. I'm kind of parched, guys. He does a lot of demo jobs and stuff like that. So awesome dude. Good addition to the group that we have, the local group here. Dumpy Dumpsters, what's up, brother? Dumpsters and Deals annual meetup. Dumpsters and Deals. Well, that's a good one. That's a good possibility. Dumpsters and Deals. We'll write that in one of the comments. Oh, here, I had this other thing too. Not that, again, wasn't trying to. I'm going to post this right here for you guys. If anybody does want to sign up for iCans, I will post it in the comments. Just in case, we're going to go ahead and pin this message. All right, where'd my comments go? 1 second. There we go. Okay, get out of there. Dumpsters and Deals. Yes, sir. Annual meetup. Dustin skipped out on us at lunch. Yeah, he did. I almost did. But if I was going to sell that skid steer. So the auction, there's another auction going on this week, actually, today through Saturday. That, man, they've got a little mini excavator. I don't know. I think it's just cool to have and just to play around with. I don't want to keep it. I want to play with it for a little bit, and then I want to just sell it. So just to see what the little skid steers are, or the little mini excavators are. So they got a bunch of mini excavators. They've got a bunch of trailers. And I'm actually looking at, they actually have a roll-off trailer that I'm looking at. It's brand spanking new. It has no VIN, so I think that's going to stop a lot of guys from bidding because I think you have to have a dealer's license in Texas to be able to get a bonded title or some sort of title. But yeah, they've got a Horizon roll-off dumpster trailer that I'm looking at, and I thought that was kind of interesting. Brand new with a can. We're going to see what that goes for. I've never personally seen a Horizon, so I'm not sure the quality or how good they are or how heavy duty they are. So if anybody here has one or knows one, definitely let me know. But it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty nice. Nicholas Martinez, what's up, brother, from Florida? Hope you're doing okay. I heard y'all got a little chill, a little cold this winter. This week. Nothing too bad. Ryan says maybe next year I'll wear a different color so I don't blind everyone. Bro, I'm wearing a big old bright yellow sweater today. This is a really heavy sweater, so when it's really cold out, I like to wear this one. I've had this one. I actually bought this one off Amazon. It's got the American flag on it. You paid the lady, or paid, I say the lady, I have no idea. I paid the Amazon account a little bit extra, and you got to put on there what you wanted on there, written on there, or vinyl printed on there, on the front and the back. It's a heavy-duty sweater, and I bought it, I don't remember how much. It was pretty cheap, but right on Amazon. So it's kind of cool to get custom, what do you call it? Clothes. But yeah, maybe not so bright. You were definitely a bright. Would you call yourself a highlighter walking through the crowd? At least everybody can find you see where you're at. Dumpster Network, man. I need to save some of these. I'm gonna save them right here, real quick in the notes. Let's see here. Dumpster Network Expo. That's not bad. That is not bad. So what I'll do is I'll probably take these suggestions one of these days and post them in Dumpster Rentals 101 and have people vote. Maybe even on YouTube, like a community post, and have people vote and see which one they think is the best one. Dumpster, what was it? Dumpster Network Expo. And then Dumpster, what was the other one? Dumpster Connection. Yep. All right. Let's see. What else we got? Anything you guys want to talk about? Anything you guys any questions about? Or I turned the heat off and it's still hot. Holy moly. Where are we at? Dumpster Network Expo. Yes, more info on ICANNs, please. What other info? I kind of talked about it already. I didn't really want this to be a sales pitch. But if you guys want me to, just let me know what kind of questions specifically you want me to answer. It is current. I mean, when I say current, it is up and running. It's not like just because it's the beta doesn't mean you can't use it. It's the beta, so just so you know that, I mean, there are some what do you call it? Quirks probably, and some features that we're open to hearing from you guys as far what features you guys want to use. A lot of guys want that front end loader or the weekly trash pickups, and that is definitely, hopefully, down the road. Dumpster Connection. I think there's a dumpster company called the Dumpster Connection, though. I'd love to chat sometime about it. On the verge of needing something. Well, just let me know. Right now, it's free. So, for 2 months. Daniel says, me seeing Ryan needed the glasses as bright as the sun. For real. Ryan. It was such a good time. It's so cool just to be able to like chit chat and actually talk to people on here and like have these like little stories that we can, people from all over the country that even being on Daniel's live streams and stuff like that, and seeing like the group and like how everybody gets, it's just so cool to have friends all over the country, like-minded people that just get along. We had a good time, and here we are a couple months later and we're still talking about it, and hopefully next year will be even better, so and make new friends. So that's pretty cool. I had messed up a situation about a week. I had a messed up situation about a week. What happened? Let me know. We're running out of comments, y'all. Y'all are slow today. New year. Ryan's laughing at that. Never mind. What's going on, Cade, man? What are y'all doing to increase cash flow 2025? More efficient bulk fueling, credit card points, rewards. How many guys are using Sequence Financial Router? So that's a good question. Lots of questions. Me personally, I don't know. Fuel. I buy fuel in bulk now, and I have a tank that I rent from a company here locally. So they literally just fill up our fuel tanks. It's like 30 cents more a gallon. And why am I paying 30 cents more a gallon? Because I think it's a lot more efficient for me. Now that we're not near a truck stop, where it'd be right down the block, the time that we spent at the truck stops usually is like, sometimes the truck stops around here, you're talking about a half hour, plus the last truck stop that we used to go to all the time, where it was right by my yard, which was right next to a DOT inspection point. And I don't want to be stopped by DOT all the time. So to be able to fill up here at the yard easily, quickly, is just the convenience there. It's more for down the road. Hopefully when I have 3, 4, 5 trucks, it's going to be a lot easier, a lot more time you save. But for right now, I don't mind paying a little bit extra for the convenience of having 500 gallons on site. I don't think 500 gallons is enough for 3, 4, 5 trucks. Right now, they are filling up that tank probably once a week. So we're going through a lot of fuel, and we're not even in our busy season. So we spend a lot of gas because everything's so far here. Somebody asked me today at the luncheon what was our average distance that we travel for our jobs, and for the most part, we're probably sitting at about 30 to 45 minutes because everything's so far. And again, it's just DFW. That's part of it. The other part of it is we moved further south. I knew that when I was moving here too, that we were going to spend a little bit more in fuel and time traveling. But for the most part, if Daniel's still on the live, Daniel Vega, he'll be able to tell you that most of the time when we do our routing, we're able to go out and stay out. It's very rare that we come back more than once throughout an entire day. We can go out and we can schedule our routes to where we go out with an empty, we drop off, or we do a swap out. We use that one. We go to another one. We drop off. Then we go do a pickup. Then we dump it. You know what I'm saying? It works out. You've got to be able to play with your routes that way. I think Alexis does a great job at doing that. I don't ever give her enough props for doing that stuff, but she's usually able to schedule the routes for the most part to where we don't have to even come back to the yard very often. So, so that's one thing. I don't do credit card. I do credit card points. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I get that. I take it back. I meant I don't do credit card like fuel cards, because I have the fuel tank here. But I do. I was able to go last year on my big trip. Some of you guys know it. I'm sure I've talked about it before. But myself, my wife, and all three of my kids, all of us to Europe, and we did a 2-week vacation, all paid for by points except for taxes on the airfare. The airlines was paid for by points. This is American Express Gold or American Express points, and they don't have hotels. Well, they have hotels, but where we stayed at was more. They don't have as many hotels. Mainly, they have like apartment complexes over there that they rent out like Airbnbs as hotels, and they're managed. It's a little different, but all those were paid for by points. Every single one of them, every night. And we went all over the place. And we paid for the cruise out of pocket. The cruise wasn't covered, so we went on a 2-week trip. Was it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? So like I already forgot. I think it was 3 weeks. 3 weeks, and then 1 week was on the cruise, so that was paid for out of pocket. Vacation of a lifetime, let me tell you. And I don't mean it, I'm not flexing. This was all paid for by points that I got from this business. Honestly, I swear. If you guys don't believe me, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But when you're paying all your landfill fees on a gold card, when you're paying all your fuel at the time, Daniel can tell you too. I mean, they had a gold card. Kevin and Daniel had gold cards, and we were using gold cards to pay for all our fuel. When you use for the most part, our expenses on one card, you're racking up those points. It's not that hard to rack up those points, and then you got to learn how to play with it, right? You got to learn how to play with those points and make those points work more for you. So I followed this guy on TikTok, and like he was explaining how you can, you trade in 20,000 points and you get back 30,000 or something like that. So my airfare, I was able to transfer points to a third-party company that gave me an additional 30% of everything that I transferred in points. So, for example, let's say I transferred over 100,000 points for airfare to this airline. Well, I got 130,000 points worth of points to use on that airline. So I actually did it 2 different times to where I stacked points that way. And don't get me wrong, I got nervous because I thought I lost like 40,000 points because it took like almost 30 days to be able to show up on my account. But anyways, you guys, if you're not using points in your business, you are seriously losing out. I guarantee you that. I'm telling you. It took me 40-something years to figure this out, but there's a reason why all the rich people use points. They don't pay for their airfare. They don't pay for anything. They always use air miles or whatever because it works. As far as Sequence is concerned, I am on Sequence, but I am not going to be much longer. I love Sequence, but I was having problems with getting bank letters and stuff like that, and they're not able to help me. So I believe I have to get off. I might give it a try later on again, but for now, I'm going to be off them for a little bit. But I absolutely loved using Sequence. If you can use it, do it. It really separates your money like you need to, or like I needed it to. With no online bookings, you just manually entering your DRS orders into ICANNs? No, I won't be using DRS. I possibly won't be using DRS anymore. I don't know. Haven't made that official yet. I am going to be testing out ICANNs. And if it works the way it does, then I'm going to be transferring everything over. As far as online bookings, to be honest with you, less than 10%, probably 5% of my bookings are online bookings. So the online booking feature is coming on up down the road, but as of right now, there is no online booking, is my understanding. So I don't think I will lose anything from that, to be honest with you. I like having online booking. That was one of the reasons why I did leave Docket to go to DRS. But once having it, and once you're weeding through and declining all these scammers that were in there, I don't get very many online bookings for some reason, unfortunately. So I'd be really interested to know what percentage of people that do online booking or have online booking, what percentage of their customers actually use online booking. Now, I don't know who I was talking to the other day, but they said they push all their customers to use online booking. They offer a $20 discount. Obviously, those guys are going to get a lot more online bookings than if you just organically offer it. And yeah, I mean, online booking obviously, again, saves time, saves saves mistakes from happening with communicating between a customer and your office staff, if you have one, or even yourself. Saves you from having to pull over on the side of the road or drive with your knee while you're trying to enter. We've all been there, right? So don't judge. Yeah, I don't. That's not a deal breaker to me right now. How difficult is it to open a new location for your business in a different state? Has anyone done this? Northwest junk hauling and removal. What's going on, brother? I cannot answer that. I have never opened up multiple locations in different states under the same company name. If it's a one owner, I don't see why you wouldn't. If it's like you're trying to, you're trying to have a buddy of yours run a business under your company name, then I believe that's not really, that would be more like franchising. I don't think, while it may be overlooked or something like that, if you ever got looked into, that might be violating something. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe there's somebody in the group that can answer that. I don't think there's an issue if you're the same owner opening up in different states. You just have to follow that state's laws and rules, and if you have payroll and all that stuff. One question I've been thinking is, how is the transition from non-CDL to CDL? Everyone seems scared to go CDL with our trailers, but it's really easy to overload a 20. So the transition, the schooling for me was difficult, not because I'm dumb or hard to learn. It was just hard to find time to go. Being at the time I was running all the dumpsters myself, to get off and go, for hours on end. And it was like 45 minutes away. So an hour and a half round trip. And then being there and then having to study. And I had a big old packet this big about the pre-trip and post-trip, all those things. It was a lot. It was a lot. And then another thing that is a lot is the different tests. It's a lot more tests than I thought. I had to take the pre-test, and I don't remember how many tests now, but the pre-test, and I had to take an air brake test, and I had to take a road safety test, and then it was just one after another, lots of different steps. And then once you have your DOT and your CDL, then you have to worry about, making sure you're staying compliant, which is also a pain in the ass, especially if you're doing it all yourself. So if you have there are freelancer DOT guys, and I've got one. Thank God, because I don't want to have to deal with my driver files, my DQ files, all that stuff. I've got a guy who I pay $150 a month for the most part, if he's really not doing anything other than maintaining. Now, if he has to come in and do a new DQ file or something like that, it's a little bit extra. Sometimes it's $300. But I can rest assured that he's got all my files done. He's got my drug test and alcohol policy, and he keeps up to date with all of my my random drug testing. He does all that stuff. So I thoroughly recommend having somebody like him. There are plenty of freelancers. There's big companies that do it. They charge a lot more than that. This guy has all kinds of he wears a jacket with 30 different, probably not 30, probably like 10 different patches on his jacket of all the different places that he's certified through for safety and all that stuff. And he does multiple companies. I know him from the limousine industry. So he does like 10 or 15 or 20 different companies that he contracts contracts with to do their DOT. So because I knew him, I said, hey, would you mind doing a dumpster company? He's like, hell yeah, I would. It's the same thing. At the end of the day, you're dealing with DOT. So so he handles all my files. So it's a lot less stress and off my shoulders. I'm no DOT expert. I'm no safety guy. And if and when we ever get audited, he's done 2 audits from 2 or 1. I believe I did 2. I've done 2, maybe 3. I don't remember. I know for sure I've done 2 audits with DOT in my limousine industry. First one, I was fined like $4,000 because I wasn't keeping record of my drivers' hours, not when they worked for me, but when they worked for their full-time jobs. You're supposed to keep track of their hours at their other jobs as well, because you're supposed to know how many hours when they max out their hours for the week. And I was tracking their hours with me, but I thought that's on them to track their own hours for their other companies, and I was wrong. So I was fined. He was there at my office for, and I've said this before, 3 days. He set up shop in my office. He looked through every single file. I kind of did it on myself because we got pulled over in a bus one time, probably about 2 or 3 months before that. I think around 3 months. And the bus was deemed inoperable because one of the emergency windows were stuck and it would not open. So the sheriff deemed it inoperable right there on the street. We were on our way to pick up a wedding group, and I was frustrated. I was young at the time. I was hot-headed. Not that I'm not anymore, but we had to pay a $900 tow fee to get the bus towed back to our shop. And when I talked to the officer, I implied in a nice way that he must be bought and paid for by the tow company. Because he got, he's towing us for a stupid reason. And I believe he red flagged our company. And then not even 2 months later, I got a phone call from a DPS officer saying he was going to be doing an inspection on us. So DOT audit done at the office. He sat down, like I said, his little computer, his little printer. He brought his own printer and went through every file, scanned all the files, all that stuff. We did get away with several other things that he didn't hit us for. So I think $4,000 fine was pretty not bad for what he could have gotten us for. And then after that, I immediately decided I'd hire a DOT safety officer for the company. And so ever since then, I've used this guy. And the the next audit I got that I had done, the next random audit, that one was definitely random. He handled for me. I was there, but I wasn't even in the office. Like, he handled it. He took the guy into the conference room, probably a 3-hour tops, looking through DQ files. He had them all color coded. He had the folders color coordinated. I mean, he did such a good job. He brought it all. And yeah, so I would highly recommend you guys use a DOT officer or a DOT safety guy in your area if you can find one. That was a long answer. Sorry, guys. Hopefully that gives you some good information. From what I've seen, the bulk fueling is more of a time saving than cost saving. Yep. But still can get slightly cheaper fuel than pump price. I have major trust issues with a lot of those fuel stations. Yeah. If you go to, I don't know. I've been under the impression that if you go to fuel stations that are busy, right, like Love's, that has constant, then their fuel is definitely fresh. You're not going to some random, mom and pop diesel station that nobody ever goes to, and who knows how long that diesel's been in the ground, contaminated and all that shit. So I've always been impressed. And same thing with DEF fluid. I mean, my understanding is, I guess, there's people that recommend not to use a DEF fluid or DEF fluid at the pumps because who knows how long they've been there. But again, if you go to a Love's, maybe it's better or more quality, even though it's a lot cheaper. I go to Buc-ee's for DEF, and I know they're constantly changing out their DEF fluid because they're constantly selling it. So I don't think the DEF is an issue at Buc-ee's. And the one I go to, they don't kick us out because we're truckers. There's some Buc-ee's that kick you out because they don't want truckers in there. Ryan, man, you keep forgetting keep forgetting to ask how those recycled rubber wheels working on that dumpster. They're badass. However, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It is such a nice dumpster that I don't want to rent it out. So I'm waiting. The only time that one will go out or goes out, and the same as a 30 yard, is if we're completely sold out and we have nothing left. So they're not really honestly getting much use. So I apologize for that. I did get word. Check this out, and you guys might be interested in this. I did get word that we are going to have a sponsored video coming up in the near future, probably a couple months from now. I would imagine a month or two, and we're going to install the hooker lockers onto the roll-off truck, onto the International. The hooker system. Let me see if that's what it's called. I call it the hooker system. I hope that's what it's called. Yeah, GalFab is going to be sponsoring a video, and they're going to be sending us a set of the hooker locks. And then Keystone's going to be installing them for us. So we're going to have they're I believe they're air actuated. They have two big claws, and they're meant to be two of them, so that in case one hits like one of the rails under your dumpster, the other one will grab onto the rails. So I will no longer need to have locking tabs on that International truck. And if that works out, then I'll gladly get a second pair for the Mack truck. I'm stoked because there'll be no need to have different sets of locking tabs or any of that stuff. And what would be even nicer is if they can even come from the inside. So I don't even know if they can come in from the inside of the rails and then grab. But they're air actuated. Unfortunately, I've always been kind of against, not always against, but like when there's more things on the truck that can break down, that's just more trouble usually. But these have been around for quite a long time. This is not new to market. This is just new to me. Plenty of other people have them. I just haven't seen them, and they're going to be featured on the channel. So if anybody else comes out with one, then we know they're copying us because I just announced it tonight. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're going to be doing that real soon. So that's going to be kind of cool to see how those actually work. Never seen one in act. Well, no, I don't think I ever seen one in action. And yeah, nobody I know around here has them. So that I know of, at least. So it'll be nice to see those actually working. So, but yeah, I really want to test out the rubber wheels, but man, that's a pretty dumpster. So, and I got to be really selective. I don't want to take the 30 yards to somebody who's going to be loading it with a skid steer and mess up my American flag. So right now, for the most part, they've been up front, kind of like big advertising for me. Todd says about 30% of his customers do online booking. Dude, that is phenomenal. That is really good. Badass for you. Yeah. I mean, if I was getting 30% of my bookings doing online booking, I would really hesitate turning that off. So I probably, I wouldn't do it. No, that's way too much. That's too good. I personally never got an online booking unless I had talked to them on the phone and directing them that way, but I don't rank high yet. Yeah, I mean, that has a lot to do with it too. Obviously, if you rank a number, in a top 3 or whatever keywords, absolutely, I can see that. Or again, if you offer some sort of discount, coupon code, something like that. But so many people I was doing that with a limo company for a while. Like, hey, book online. We'll give you a 5% discount code or something like that. What they would do is they would call, they would ask all their questions, then they would hang up and then book online. It's like that completely defeats the purpose. And I'm just giving you 5% off for no reason. So if I'm still going to not waste my time, but if I'm going to sit here and actually talk to you, I'm going to book you now. Let me book you now because, I'm going to save me 5%. Bro, you missed it. Josh just sent everyone 20. What? Oh, Elite Dumpsters. I'm late. What did I mean? What's up, Elite? Elite stopped by here the other day. Unfortunately, I was literally right. My mind was somewhere else, so we didn't get to hang out too much. And then he didn't. He should have. It would have been cool if he came today. We could have gone to lunch. Could have been with the lunch guys. But what's up, Elite? And yeah, you did miss it. Everybody that was in the live stream got a free, like a straight up 20K from, not from me because I don't got that. Daniel's still here. Damn, bro, that's my luck today, man. No, don't worry about it. You just missed a lot of good advice, homie. You got to come back and watch it. In-laws, I'm really liking the IP address feature DRS has when someone books and pays online with the scammers. I'm catching them quickly now. Does iCanns have anything similar when the customer pays? No, because they don't pay online. So you're taking there's no online booking feature yet. So there will definitely be some sort of security features that's going to be built into the online portal when people book online. But because we don't have online booking, the IP address is going to be the one. It's going to be yours because you're the one entering it. So even with DRS, when you take a booking over the phone, and you're taking a credit card, it logs your IP address, not the customer's, because you're the one entering it in. But absolutely there's going to be security features. I know that I'm not saying DRS came out with a feature at all because Daniel the dumpster helper, and I really pushed hard, but I know we definitely were on the phone, and Jeremy was the main force behind, between Daniel, the dumpster helper, myself, and Jeremy. We did the live stream. We really kind of committed to bringing this to light, and they committed to coming out with some sort of feature to help. And so that's what they came up with. They came up with that, not me. So, but yeah, lots of security, hopefully. I go to truck stops for deaf. Never have had an issue, knock on wood. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper than paying $30 for a what is it, a 1 gallon bucket, 1 gallon jug? Ridiculous. Oh, it's 8 o'clock already, y'all. Time to go to bed. Got 34 subscribers, 34 whatever. I go to truck stops for. Oh, I already read that. My bad. I've never had a DEF pump work correctly at any store. I found Tractor Supply is absolute cheapest for $8.89 per 2.5 gallon jug. That's not bad. 2.5 gallon, yeah, that's not bad. I'll pay about I don't remember. I'll pay like $13 maybe for at Buc-ee's for a full DEF. Sorry, late. Was thinking of a name. The annual Trash Bash. Rosalie, what's up? This is my sister. See, family, love them. Always showing support. Love it, love it, love it. She says we should call it the Trash Bash. Annual Trash Bash. I like that. I'm gonna put that in my notes. Trash Bash. Should have talked to you before. Trash Bash. There we go. Buc-ee's for DEF. Yes, sir. Daniel, how much are you spending for Buc-ee's at Buc-ee's for a tank of DEF? I think you just got some yesterday or today. I was watching one same day dumpsters videos about the DEF emissions. He said that after switching to the plastic DEF containers, they've had no emission problems. Yeah. I mean, I've heard the same thing. I've heard that, if you do have DEF issues, it could be coming from bad DEF. I've heard that. Not sure if that's the case or not, but I'd rather not pay $30 for one jug of DEF. Obviously, if I'm comparing paying $30 for a DEF or paying, thousands to get my DEF, fixed, whatever, I would go for the jugs, but not sure. I can't tell you that, man. Who knows? Or you just get it deleted. Shh, I'm gonna get my channel banned for saying that. Just spent $50 for 2 jugs of platinum DEF. Come on, man. Supposedly it has something to keep it from crystallizing like the cheap stuff. Come on, man. Platinum DEF. I've got some what is it called? Blinker fluid to sell you if you're paying $50. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's probably has something to do with the cold, maybe. I don't know. I would not. Well, 2 jugs. You got 2 jugs of DEF. Yeah, I get that back. Take that back. Yeah, they're about $30 for the ones in the box in that jug around here. $25-$30 with tax. So I guess that's what you're talking about. Wouldn't I'd rather go to the Buc-ee's though. I'd rather go to Buc-ee's or Love's. Again, a busy fuel station that's constantly going through their fuel. In West Texas, west of Lubbock, my son wanted to do roll-offs in the future, but here I've seen more roll-offs thinking we will just need to look for a larger market. Eric, what's up, man? Let's talk about that a little bit. There is not a syndrome. There is I don't know what it's called. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. There is a way of thinking, or there's a name for it, where when we start doing something, like when we buy a new truck, or when we start doing a new business, or when we start wearing a new pair of shoes or new pants or something like that, or we have a new hairdo, whatever it is, you start noticing a lot more people wearing those shoes, or wearing that type of shoes, or driving that that same type of truck that you're driving, whatever it may be. There's a word for that, and I think a lot of people fall into that when they get into this business, or when they're looking into this business. There's always been trash. There's always been dumpsters. Granted, a lot of the trailer guys, there's a lot more trailers out there offering the less expensive way to get in with the roll-off trailers. That is true. I'm not discounting that whatsoever. But I think that a lot of guys, they don't realize all the dumpster trucks that are out there, all the roll-off trucks, all the dumpsters that are out there, until they actually get into the business and they start looking around and start seeing, holy shit, there's dumpsters everywhere. If you drive up and down 45, which is the main highway, one of the main freeways here, they've got 3 landfills all within 10 miles of each other, and you've got roll-off truck after roll-off truck after. If you drive up and down 45, you're just thinking, holy shit, like DFW is all full of trash. I think that when people get into this business, they start noticing it more because they're getting into it, and all of a sudden they think it's flooded, it's saturated. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, Josh, you're full of it. It is saturated, which it might be, but if I'm looking at, for example, I'm looking at the big trucks. I'm looking at a hell of a lot more older big trucks than I'm looking at newer big trucks, right? There's a lot more older ones out there, 10, 20, 30-year-old trucks running with like one headlight. I don't know how they get past DOT. I get pulled over in a heartbeat, but yet they have pieces of junk and they don't get pulled over. There's a lot more older trucks out there, meaning they've been out there a lot longer than I have, rolling around in those trucks. And before I started this, I probably didn't even notice one dumpster roll-off truck a day. And I had an office right off the freeway. So let me know if there's if I'm ringing true to you guys with any of this. But I really believe that once we get into things, sometimes we just start noticing it a lot more. And that's why we believe what we believe, things like this, where it's saturated or it's flooded. It may be, though. Who am I to know? I don't know. It probably is, especially with the roll-off trailers, like I said. Because again, 10 years ago, there were probably very, very little, not very many companies out there building roll-off trailers. I guarantee you that a lot of these companies have popped up in the last 10 years. Obviously, like the Nedlands has been around for quite a while. I believe Texas Pride has been around for quite a while, but I know Lone Star did not. I know PJ's did not. I don't think Max XD's, at least as far as roll off. Max XD's been around for a long time, but I'm not sure how long they've had roll offs. But I know Camp Concepts has been around for 20 something years, but that was in Canada, right? So they use that for they don't do trailers. They do a lot of other stuff. So Def is Gee. Tons of competition in West Texas. I have Horizon. It's good. Okay. You have a Horizon roll-off trailer or a Horizon dump trailer? Because the one I'm looking at is a roll-off trailer. Hey, have you thought about deleting your CDL trucks? Yes. I'll just say yes. Hit that like button. Don't forget. Oh, I'm going to pin this one. I can't pin this one. I should leave this one up. How's Elite? You're awesome, brother. Yeah, we got 39 people in here and only 19 likes, homies. That means 20 plus of you have not liked it. We have Def, but we think others have done it. We have definitely, but we think others have done it. Any box trailer roll off is trash. It's everywhere. I have about 15 new startups here, and we only have a population of 200,000 between two counties. Only the strong will survive. Yeah, man. That's for sure about any business. Only the strong will survive. Only the ones that are hustling. Only ones that are offering great service, following through, answering their phone calls. Bro, if you just answer your calls when they come in, you're already doing better than probably a third of your competition. I guarantee you that. Call around your competition and see how many people actually don't answer the phone. Call around. It's crazy how many people just don't answer their phones. Death problems happen and are frequent. EPA is great. Not sure if you're being sarcastic or not. I've heard of death expiring sitting on the shelves. Worth checking before buying jugs. Man, I did not know they have an expiration date. That is interesting. I did not know that. Even the premium, even the ones in the jugs that I hate those things, man. So yeah, you're talking about the ones that are sitting on the shelves, the jugs. I did not know they had expiration date. That's interesting. I understand noticing more is normal, but we've been looking for 3 years. And not many people live west of Lubbock. This is true. That's very true. That's probably why I'd never remember what the hell that's called. Bader Meinhof. I know I just butchered that. Phenomenon. Interesting. I'm going to take a picture of that. Because I knew there was a word for it. I always forget it. Yep. Thank you for that, MF Dumpsters. I appreciate that, man. I'll send you a few pics of the setup. Roll off. Okay. Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely. You have to stand out. That can be with your advertisement, logo, and just about anything. Branding is huge, guys. Create a brand. There's a reason why I named my company name what I did. I've been around the block. I had a limo company called Heaven on Wheels. That was very difficult to rank for, number one, because it didn't legally have limousines in the company name. It didn't have limos, transportation, none of that. I had a company named Heaven on Wheels. Think about that. For a limousine company. And it took me 12 plus years, but I was able to rank number 1 to 3, top 3 in almost every single keyword in a major competitive market like DFW because of SEO and strong branding. So branding is huge. So with this company, I named my legal company American AF Dumpsters. I included a dumpsters name. I named it a name that people would remember. People would hopefully resonate with. We're in Texas. I have no problem saying American AF. Some people, it's very, very rare. Probably less than one handful of people over the what are we on? We're almost 5 years that we've been in, 4.5 years that we've been in business, that have said to me that, whoa, your company's name AF? Like how, whatever. It's only been like 3 that I can recall. And one of them is actually like a vendor of ours. So I was surprised, but I wanted a catchy name, something that stands out, something that resonates. And when people say, what does AF stand for? It stands for to the extreme. It stands for American to the extreme. Whatever AF stands for you, it could stand for Air Force. It could stand for the swear word, whatever you want to, but it's American AF. It's the what do you call it? The letters, the AF, not what it stands, not what it means. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's getting late, but that's my point. So I named it a company, a name that really resonates with people. And then everything is wrapped in the flag. Everything is, not everything, but the logo, the trucks, everything resonates. So there's a reason for that. So the branding is also huge. If I'm looking for a company and I see a company named American AF over Waste Connections, I would probably look at American AF first, because that's more my kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's my name, I guess. I don't know. Best way to stand out is customer service. Blow up social media and blow them away with customer service. Yes, sir. The phenomenon where you start seeing something more often after you buy it is yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for all you do. Well, thank you, man. I thank you for being here, brother, and supporting me, man. Supporting the channel for sure, and being here. It's definitely a community. It's not a one-person thing. Definitely step one is answer your phone. I'm in a market that has tons of roll-off and junk guys. A lot of clients tell me I'm the only one that answered and showed up. That's all you got to do 90%, well, not 90%, 70% of the time, I would say. I've got it with MF, but they don't forget. It's true. MF dumpsters, so they don't forget. Absolutely, man. Heck yeah. All right, guys. Man, we're just getting rolling with almost 40 people on the live, and I am heading out. But it is 8:15. I'm 15 minutes late. I still got to get home, eat some dinner, and spend some time, a little bit of time with the fam before I go to bed. So I appreciate you guys being here. Hit that like button. Give me some more suggestions in the comment. Go check out iCans if you'd like. If not, that's okay as well. Thanks again for being here. Make sure you like, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Check out that video with Daniel today. Love that guy. He's a natural on that camera, behind that camera. So check it out, and we'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you guys being here.